What's up, everyone? Welcome to the podcast. The show dedicated to talk about all the progress things in life, like music, content creation, and video games. I am one of your co-hosts, JesseKazam.
And I have an enormous headache.
An enormous headache.
It's an unprecedented. No one's ever seen a headache.
Biggest headache.
Well, they came to me. The doctor said, I've never seen a headache so big.
First of all, I'm sorry. Second of all, same. I'm an elderly man now. I put up the Christmas lights on Sunday, and I've been like, I threw out my back, and my back has been hurting for 2 days. I'm so freaking old now. And then third, I need to, the Trump impression reminded me I need to send you, I met the best Trump impersonator ever in a VoIP interaction in Tarkov, and it was so funny. Like, we just like met him and VoIPed him, and then it was like me and Redstone, and then he was like, you want to be chill? And we were like, yeah. And then like it's so funny because it just happened naturally. We were pushing up a staircase towards another couple people, and like he VoIPed something at them that sounded funny, so then I like kept the gag going, and the longer we VoIPed, it just kind of bent towards Trump. And then once he heard me do my Trump impression, he turned it on, and it was so good. I asked him if it was AI because it sounded so good. And then he was just running around. He was like, when they send scavs, they're not sending their best. There's war, there's crime. And then he was like, this barbed wire reminds me of the barbed wire we put at the border because Sleepy Joe, you know, like I said, if you don't have a border, you don't have a country. And dude, and it was so funny, bro. It was so good.
Oh, wait, we have it.
We have the clip, dude.
Should I show it?
Oh, bro, it's so good.
Okay, we have to access this. We have the technology.
Do we have the technology? It was just, and it was so organic. I didn't know the guy. It was just in a Tarkov raid, organic VoIP encounter. It was so freaking funny, dude.
What is my fucking username on Twitch?
JesseKazam.
JesseKazam. My account name is still, or my character name on Tarkov is still.
Oh yeah.
Like this is JesseKazam.
Yeah. No, I'm not JesseKazam or something.
The guy, the player scav who killed me on that one raid, I did. I wonder if he picked up the dog tag and like, did anybody come in and be like,
that's so funny. No, that would have been great though.
All right, here we go. Let's do the thing.
My name is Naked Viper. I'm probably the internet's #1 Trump impression guy.
Oh, Mr. President, we gotta protect the president.
They're sending drugs, they're sending crime. When they send scabs, they're not sending their best.
Oh my god. Oh, that's so
And we just walked around with him for like 10 minutes, just like it was.
Oh,
it was so
I wish
good.
I could do that. My Trump impressions, like most people, is just a meme.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
like,
It's mostly hand gestures.
I could look. Oh my god, dude! I would just speak in that.
I know.
The time.
How could you not? How could you not? When they send scavs, they're not sending their best. Oh, dude, it was so funny. Yep, good times.
Dog, did you hear about the Logitech? I think did a CS:GO like, I don't know, competition.
Logitech, okay.
Something, yeah. I'm pretty sure it was Logitech. So they had a I just watched a couple days ago the Carl Jobst video on it. So they had basically they commissioned the creation of like a custom map that, you know, had bots in a few paces, and was basically like speed run the like CS:GO map. And I think it's like a lot of bee hopping, maybe there might even be surfing. I didn't see, but it's, you know, kind of like the Call of Duty practice, like, you know, the kill house kind of thing, how fast you can do it. So he explains the whole the kind of competition, and then there were prizes. It was a bunch of like mice and, you know, like a bunch of Logitech shit. Okay. Now, but they also had a special category. And what this category was basically like a precision category.
Okay.
And the challenge was you have to finish, not the fastest, but so that your timer ends in 8.88.
Ah, okay. Okay.
And then obviously like a ton of people, free stuff got involved. A lot of people did it. There was one guy who basically like wasn't going for any of the other like speed related things. Like he went pretty slow. Like it wasn't even really good. But what he was going for was the 8.88.
Gotcha.
Now I should just show it.
Okay.
In 8 point.
Oh my god. Okay, wait. We don't need audio. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna show this to you, and I might play it a couple of times.
Okay.
And as far as I know, he was the only one who got this.
Okay, so this guy's not necessarily like a god at the game. He wasn't like top fragger in all the other parts of the competition, but he was going for the 8.88.
Yeah, like he was just like way slower than everyone.
Okay.
But here we have it. I mean, obviously you can tell he's just like not.
Uh-huh. Oh.
All right, you saw that,
So
yeah?
128.88 was what he was going for.
So I'm gonna frame by frame this, and you tell me if you see anything weird.
Okay.
Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. It's coming. I started to. Okay, here we go. Frame by frame.
Oh. For the audio listeners, it's at 128.89 and then goes back.
Yep. So now I just went back a frame. So now we'll see that again.
Yeah, 0.75 or 0.875, 0.890,
and then
0.880.
And then I'm going back and forth now. Notice anything?
Oh, it wiggles.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Oh, it wiggles again. Oh, it wiggles all over the place. So that was for sure like.
Wait, brother.
Rotoscoped in post or whatever. Oh! Oh, no. That makes so much sense. Right?
Uh-huh.
Because it's not like a Photoshop document where he put it behind the layers. He just put it up top. Now play it full speed again.
But the best part is that he like clearly tried. Like in order to do that, you would have had to have like keyframed it and like cut it out. But how do you then not notice?
Yeah.
Every part of this is, and there's even one layer worse.
He thought this was going to take 10 minutes. It took him 4 hours. And then by the time he realized he didn't know how to put it behind the hand, he was like, fuck this. I hope nobody notices.
This is full speed though.
Yeah. I mean, you would, yeah.
I mean, you can even really tell though. You can. I mean, just the wiggle at the end is weird enough. The right there is pretty obvious. Now, there's like 3 more layers of absurdity here. Okay. So around the same time that he submitted it, okay, he was the only one that submitted it, and he was the only one that won. Except there's a reason for that. Okay. Somebody else around the same time posted something on like Reddit or something. I don't know exactly what the details were of like who posted it where. It's all in the video. I would suggest going to watch Carl Drop's video. It's called "This Cheated Speedrun is So Bad I Lost Brain Cells." So CS:GO servers, those servers are running. I actually don't remember what the fucking tick rate is. It kind of doesn't matter.
It's high though, right? Like it's 64 tick. Okay, so this is the post.
So basically it says, this was like written to Logitech. It's not possible to get 0.888 time because the game is 64 tick, meaning each tick occurs 15.625 milliseconds. The closest time to 0.888 are tick 56 or tick 57. So it's either 875 or 890 milliseconds. So could you please tell us which time do we have to submit to be able to win the competition?
Which is exactly what we saw in the video. 0.875, 0.890, 0.888.
And that's what makes this so incredible, is that if he had just not cheated, he would have won. Because he had 0.89.
Yeah. Oh my.
Because Logitech updated the thing and we're like, if you get 0.89, that's when you get it. So what's even worse is that the guy sucked at the game. He cheated to win. If he hadn't actually cheated and
he picked the winning lottery numbers and then whited out the last one and wrote another number there.
So not only did he do the dumb thing, but he did it in the most incompetent possible imaginable way.
That's crazy.
And it was and it was caught and he was banned and all that stuff. And he actually would have won if he had just been honest.
That's crazy.
It's just like
that's insane, bro.
It's criminal crime.
Criminal crimes, bro.
He committed a criminal crime.
A criminal crime. Dude, that's wild. That is wild, bro.
The best part is the fucking, and I actually don't know if we described this too for the audio listeners, that one of the frames, because the guy did the whole, like, he kind of like did a B-hop wiggle, but without jumping. So he just kind of did like a weird little wiggle into the like ending zone. And then he went from his knife to like pulled out his gun, which you do the whole like, charging handle thing. And not only was the 8 that he copy pasted from another frame that he was trying to like keyframe to like
follow
match
the scoreboard,
but it was he did like the thing that I do all the time accidentally, which is you do one keyframe and then you go to another keyframe and you change the value. I mean, it might be like 70 frames later or whatever. And what like Premiere Pro does by default is it does usually like a linear, not interpolation. I don't think it's the right term.
It kind of tries to smooth it so it doesn't.
It basically fills in all of the gaps. In the keyframing, and what he did is he probably did like the beginning, did the end, realized it wasn't like a linear thing. It was like kind of all over the place, and he like went and did like if there was 10 frames in between, he did frame like 3 and frame 7. And then just like let it do its thing and never corrected it. And the 8 at one point when he pulled out the gun, the 8 was on top of the hand. And the gun.
Dude,
that's
it's crazy the lengths people go through to cheat. It's crazy, like it's crazy that he didn't catch that and was just like, I can't submit this. You know what I mean? And like, because that's if he tried to do it and then was like, this is out of the scope of my ability, I'm going to get caught, I shouldn't post this. If he had waited 2 days, it would have been updated and he would have been like, oh, I got 0.89 and then he would have won. Oh my God. That's great.
Dude, it just goes to show
Classic
you, like,
video gamers.
I have like a new mantra that I'm going to try to convince everybody of, because you can't convince people en masse to like do the right thing for its own sake. The whole like do the right thing when no one's watching. Everyone fancies themselves the person that does the right thing when no one's watching. But time and time again we see situations where 95% of the people are fucking bystander effect. They expect someone else to jump in, right? There's a solution for that, and you don't even have to like convince yourself to be selfless. It's an entirely selfish solution that I came up with over the last couple of days. Okay. And this is probably another thing I'm adding into the video.
Of course.
we've all seen, it's 2025. There's no excuse. We've all either seen every episode of Ashton Kutcher's Punk'd, okay, or 112 cringe hidden camera YouTube prank videos that are either staged or whatever, or
Yep.
any of the old hidden camera TV shows from back in the day, right?
Yep.
All you have to do in every situation is assume there's a YouTuber hiding in a bush with a telephoto lens down the street.
Yeah.
That there's a hidden camera somewhere. That there's a cop car and recording
FBI
the dash camera.
Yeah.
Like that somehow the video is gonna come out. Just assume it's all staged and be like, I'm gonna be. Imagine if when I get shown to be doing the thing, I'm gonna be such a Giga Chad hero.
Yeah.
Just assume everything's like a fucking YouTube prank, and you're like probably not wrong most of the time at this point anyway in real life.
Yeah.
You see the old lady, it might look like a young YouTube teenage boy with like a fat suit and like wrinkle prosthetic. But assume it's the old lady, and so when she falls in the middle of the road or whatever, go help her.
Oh my God. Oh
because
my God.
chances are it's a YouTuber.
Yep.
And you're gonna look like a Giga Chad. What you don't want to be. So it's selfish in both ways, because either you look like a Giga Chad, or you also don't look like a big pussy who does nothing.
Yeah.
Because like I genuinely imagine, like it's already hard enough for me to imagine being in a position where I have to make a decision and I do the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like ashamed thinking about.
Yeah, I'm ashamed of the thing that hasn't happened. Yeah.
And I feel confident and good enough to say that any time in my life up to this point where I've been tested, I've done the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I think I might have even told this on Storytime, one of these, but can you imagine if it gets immortalized in like a 10 million YouTube view like
worst nightmare.
That would legitimately be like
yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. And in this case, if you're submitting anything via the internet, assume someone's gonna frame it.
Dude, did I tell the story about? Oh man, I don't even know if you would remember about me like responding to a guy on the pavement, like.
Was this saving a homeless man's life?
Oh, is that? Oh, homeless guy seizure.
Yeah, I think I've heard this one.
Okay, I've told the story, right? Because I also saw another bullet point down below that said the seizure, and I wasn't sure if that was the same one.
Lots of seizures,
dude. I've got a number of weird, crazy stories with me driving. I told the story. I don't know what episode it is. Someone will find it, maybe. If not, whatever. But yeah, that was like a homeless guy who had like a seizure or something and was basically just lying face down on the ground, and it was in the middle of like rush hour traffic, and cars were just slowly driving by, and Meg was in the car with me, and it was in like the not so great part of town.
Yeah.
And then I went and like called. I had a lady who was walking by, like call 911. They had me like hold him up on his side. I think he like it sounded like his lung collapsed or something. I mean, he was like holding on for dear life, covered in piss and blood and all that stuff. And yeah, so anyway, there was that one. Dude, now I kind of want to tell one of these quick story times. Do you want to hear the guardrail crash, or do you want to hear the police chase?
Police chase, of course.
So it was around Christmas, maybe 1 or 2 years into me and Meg dating.
Okay.
I was coming back from her house, so I was driving basically north Route 3 in Massachusetts.
A road I'm very familiar with.
Exactly. And it was like blizzard conditions.
Oh, yeesh.
like almost whiteout. Now, and you're driving on the highway, and it's basically like, there's like 3 inches of snow on the ground because they can only plow and then so much before it just accumulates again.
Behind
so they
them,
just keep plowing it. So I was maybe doing like 35, 40 on the highway.
Yeah.
Because it can get pretty sketchy. And this is when I had my Honda, which wasn't really great in the snow. And I pull up, slowly start pulling, gaining on, I want to say it was like a Honda Accord. And as I'm driving, maybe 30 meters back, I see him slowly drifting from the leftmost lane, slowly drifting. Now, in between it's like a 6-lane highway. There's, a big median.
Yep.
And it was basically like an 8-foot snowbank.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And he just goes in the snowbank, demolishing his front bumper, like violently.
Yeesh.
And I'm like, holy fuck. So then I like kind of pass him and pull over and run up to the car. And he's like stuck. Pretty nice.
In the snow.
And I like knock on the fucking window and I'm like, yo, you okay? And it was like a younger guy. I want to say he was probably in his late 20s.
Okay.
And he was like, and I could tell he was fucked up on something. Either he was drunk or high or
but
something.
He wasn't there.
Okay?
He wasn't home.
And his car was in drive still because,
Yep.
that's the common thing. You get into an accident, you're not going to put your car in park.
Yep.
Because you're not moving, you just kind of assume.
Yeah.
So his front wheels was just like spinning. And the guy's like trying to switch gears to basically he's like trying to drive. And
Yeah,
I'm
he's
like,
trying to get out.
Chill, like, whatever. He's trying to get out. So I'm like, I'll call, 911. We'll get somebody here. It'll be okay, whatever. I hop back in my car, get on the phone, and all of a sudden, 2, 3, 4 fucking minutes later, I see the guy back out and start going. And I'm on the phone with fucking 911. And I'm like, he just
That's
pulled away.
Insane.
So I'm on the phone with 911, basically being like, this is a guy who's, I think he's definitely under the influence of something.
Yeah.
And they were like, okay, well, can you follow him?
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So I'm like, I've waited my whole life.
Oh my God.
I wish I had like a light on the top.
100%.
I should have
walkie-talkie. Stop in the name of the law.
Well, dude, I wish. So, and he got up to like 50 or 60.
No shot.
And they were like, can you try to follow him? Because I'm like, this guy's gonna fucking kill somebody. And they're like, well, stick with him because at any point he could get off on
on any road
or whatever, right? They're not gonna find him, especially because like they're gonna be way slower to respond because of the fucking storm. Okay. So I was like, oh hell yeah. And they're like, stay on the phone with us, stay on the line. And I was like struggling to keep up. Doing 60 in like 2 inches of snow on the highway is sketchy as shit. Okay.
No.
I didn't have like an SUV or anything. So, 5 minutes go by. He's not getting off on any highway, off on any exits. And he was kind of like
veering
in it. Like it almost caused a couple other accidents.
Jesus.
Passing people. 2 minutes later, into the fucking snowbank again. And I pulled my car in and went in the snowbank with my car. I'm like, motherfucker, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And he was out of it, just
Veritas
like,
jumps out. Citizens arrest.
Dude, I wish I had a taser or something. I would have been like, this is my moment.
Oh my God.
And so I was like, you're not fucking going anywhere. You stay right here. I'm like, the cops are coming, bro, whether you like it or not. I've already got your plate. I'm following you. You're not getting away. I'm like, just fucking relax. And then someone else who was behind us was driving like a Bronco, I think. He came and I was in my car because I'm not gonna like physically try to restrain this. No. But I kind of had his car blocked in.
Yep.
So I'm in the car on the phone because it's freezing cold and I, wasn't going to stand out in the fucking cold.
No.
Well, next thing I know, I look and there's a Ford Bronco pulled up and he's like about to attach a rope with like a tow hook to pull the guy out to help him. And I'm like, brother, don't fucking do that.
Oh my
like, this
God.
guy's hammered. So I got to yell at this guy who's like, has no idea
trying
what's
to help.
going on.
Yeah.
And I got to be like, I was in a high-speed police chase following this guy and the cops are coming. He probably thinks I'm out of my fucking mind.
Did this guy run you off the road, sir?
Oh my God, dude. So I just waited there and took maybe 5-10 minutes. The police came and they just like they gave me like a piece of paper and I went in my car and had to like write out a few paragraphs on like a statement. And I never got called, never got asked for anything, never whatever. But
dang, that's like every guy's fantasy to be like asked by the police, can you pursue this guy? And you're like, hell
do you
yeah.
know judo? Do you know judo? Sir, are you trained in hand-to-hand combat? Yes, I am.
Yes, I am, actually.
Lethal force has been given.
Shoot on sight. Dude.
Brother, oh my God, do you see?
I see you.
What's happening in the document, the episode's document?
No. Looks completely
Scroll all the way down. Oh. Remember, which key did I say was broken on my keyboard the other day?
Oh, your 3 key is broken.
You guys won't be able to see, but literally it's just
incident 3333333333333. Oh.
I don't know, dude.
You hit 4 and it stopped.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
That's amazing. Bro, did I ever tell you about the time it was when we were on the road, we had our like suburban, like 10-foot trailer, 12-foot trailer. We had all our stuff. We were going and we had like stopped to eat. We were like road tripping. We'd stopped to eat. And we weren't on like the main, like 80-mile-an-hour highway. We were like getting back on that. And so like, we were like working our way back and there was a car that we saw that like, they were in their lane, but as we passed them, it looked like the guy in the front passenger, he was like, that looked like that person was like asleep. Like it looked like they were just like this and it veered. And then, so we passed it. And then in the rear view, we saw it like veered off the road. And so we were like, oh, so we like 11-point turn the trailer and the Suburban. So we turn around and it had like, crashed is a strong word because it was going like, 11 or whatever, but it like rolls up and kind of hits a house that was on. It didn't like bust through the house or anything, but up into the house. So we like hop out and we run up and we were like, ma'am, were you okay? And like, we opened the thing and she's like, not conscious. And then the guy whose house it is comes out. And so we were like getting ready to like explain the situation. And then he goes, Mom? She crashed into her own house. Like the timing of the pass out or the stroke or whatever happened was insane because she then veered off the road and crashed into her own house. So then we were like, wait, you know her? And then he was like, Mom. And then we were like, I don't know. I think it's okay. And it was just so weird. We called the cops. They got there in the ambulance and we just kind of like, they just asked our driver guy kind of what happened. And then we just hopped back on the road and went, but it was so like, I guess just random to us. I mean, it makes sense. She would be driving back home, but it was like, it was so random, but yeah.
Bro, I thought you were going to tell the other one that I had, the guardrail crash. Because almost the same thing happened.
Really?
I was coming back. I was on my commute back again, Route 3 North, Massachusetts. And at Route 3 North, coming from Massachusetts at 4:57 p.m. is 11-mile-an-hour.
Yeah.
Fucking rush hour from all the people commuting away from Boston back to New Hampshire, right? And at one point, we're basically, almost totally stopped. And I see a sedan. I'm in like the second lane. She's in the leftmost lane. Slowly roll into the guardrail. I was like, I pull over and I walk up to the window and I like knock on the window and there was a woman, she's a little bit bigger and she was like this.
Dude.
And I'm like,
that's scary, man.
I'm like, holy fuck. I'm like, knocking on the knocking on the window. I'm like yelling at. There's a guy who had his like window rolled down and pull. I'm like, call 911. Like something's wrong.
Yep.
And I'm like banging on the window, and brother, I've never felt like I felt. How do I describe it? You know the whole like kid getting caught with his hand in the cookie jar?
Uh-huh.
That it's like that, but as an adult, but like 100 times more for something that you didn't do. Okay. So I'm knocking on the window, and the woman comes to, sees me at the window, goes, like I'm fucking a vampire.
Yeah, like you're like, oh no, that's tough.
I unplugged
my
headphones.
I was
again. I keep unplugging my shit.
That's tough.
She looked at me like I was a serial killer, like I was the guy, the little guy on the tricycle from Saw.
Yeah. Classic Jigsaw.
And she's like panicking, like she's seen her dead, grandfather or whatever, trying to like start her car, trying to like shift into gear.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, you were in an accident. Are you, I'm like trying to figure out
like you can't communicate all the things you want to communicate at a time. Are you okay? I'm not here to hurt you. I'm trying to help. Like, yeah.
Yeah. And I'll never know whatever happened that day. Like the police came, and all I did was just kind of like hang out there. I didn't feel like welcome to like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna like sit in her passenger seat and be like, oh, are you okay? I don't know if she was like had a seizure, or maybe it could have been like diabetes, like a blood sugar thing.
Yeah.
She'd kind of like passed out and was sort of like drooling. I don't think she was high or anything like that.
No, yeah, it was, yeah.
But yeah, that was one of those scenarios where I don't even know how. Like when the way that she looked at me is the way I never want anyone to look at me.
Yeah. That was just like burned into your memory, and you were just trying to help. That's tough.
But imagine you're like driving along, and all of a sudden you come to.
Yeah.
You're like in a guardrail, and there's someone at your window like, I crashed your car. Surprise!
Did you learn to love me? Yeah. That's terrifying. That's
terrifying.
Doing
to my guardrail?
What you doing to my guardrail? Jeez.
Anyway, so we just got triple story
time. Hell yeah. I love when I get to contribute, when I have a story. When your story makes me think of a story, that's my favorite. Well, we can talk a little bit about Tarkov. I've been playing a whole lot of Tarkov. But before we do, I want to take a quick second and thank the first sponsor for this episode, and that is Cash App. Actually super excited to be sponsored by them. I've been using it's one of like the oldest like finance related apps I've had on my phone. We used to use it all the time as like the peer-to-peer, just like we're going out to dinner, I'm paying, you send me $5, you send me $5, you send me $5, you send me $5. Cash App. It was just like one of those things. It was like Kleenex, like, hey, Cash App me that, Cash App me that. I know now there's a billion apps to do it, but yeah, Cash App was something that we used for forever. The app has grown a ton. There's all sorts of stuff. You can direct deposit into Cash App now if you want to do that. You can get the customizable debit card that withdraws from your Cash App account. You can do like
I didn't know that.
Yeah, which is sick. And dude, I remember back in the day when they first did their cards, it was before they were like at the tip of the spear for like cool customizable cards. It was all just matte black, and you could like sign it. And it was just like the whole front was just your signature in white on a matte black card. It was, dude, sick. Oh my God. I remember being like, this is so sick. But so the debit card is great. Makes it easy for purchases. If you're sending money around to people and you have a little bit of money in there, you can just spend from there. So it's nice. You can do investments. You can purchase investments and stuff like that, all from the app. It's kind of like grown a lot, but dude, I used to use it all the time. And especially with the holidays, they're super focused on a lot of their security features. The holidays are all about finding the perfect gift, but this time of year, not every deal is actually what it seems. Scammers are getting more creative. I feel like I get like 400 scam calls a day. It's driving me nuts to try to trick people into sharing their payment info through methods like fake shopping sites, giveaways that are too good to be true. Cash App's 24/7 fraud monitoring helps detect and alert unusual card activity to try and get, if someone's trying to get access to your card or your account, you can act fast. You can also lock or unlock your Cash App card instantly right from the app for extra peace of mind. So you can stay one step ahead of scams this season and keep your money safe with Cash App. For a limited time only, new Cash App customers can use our exclusive code to earn some additional cash. Download Cash App, use our exclusive referral code, which is SECURE10, in your profile. Spend $5, send $5 to a friend within 14 days, and $10 will be dropped right into your account. Terms apply, and that is that's money. That's Cash App. Cash App is a financial services platform, not a bank. Banking provided by Cash App's bank partners. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, member FDIC. Promotion provided by Cash App, a Blockade brand. Visit cashapp.legal.podcast for full disclosures. Thank you so much to Cash App for sponsoring this episode.
Brother, fucking scam texts.
It's out of control.
Your FedEx delivery manager, blah, blah, blah. Your shit is delayed if you don't want it to be returned to sender.
Yeah, dude.
Do this.
Very important USPS package will not be delivered unless you click this link. Like,
here's your Amazon sign-in code for your security. Don't share it. Amazon will never contact you to ask you for this code. Just tap on this link.
Dude.
Surely it'll be fine. It's like I have more scam texts than I have legitimate texts.
Yeah. And it's like it like makes me like so sad and like fear for like older people. Like luckily I feel like millennials have like millennials and below are just like so untrustworthy of anything. It's like if I don't have like a 400 long message chain with you, I'm not clicking a link. I'm not downloading a picture. Like, you know what I mean? Like I get emails from like the official like USPS about my actual packages and I won't click on them. I'll go to the site that I bought the thing and like look up my transaction and like, you know what I mean? But they are so like, if you were waiting on a package, if you're like 59 and you're waiting on a package and you get a text that says USPS, your package is going to be delayed. And you're like, oh, God damn it. You click the link, bro, and you put in your address or whatever. It's like, dude, it's crazy out there these days.
I actually got it was like group message with 28 other people, I guess, that now I see when I look at all the people, it's like my phone number -1, -2, -3, +1. It's just like all of these things. Quick reminder from T-Mobile. I don't have T-Mobile, by the way. Your 12,805 points will expire November 13th. Be sure to redeem them today at, it's t-mobile.com-ln.top/pay, blah, 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 whatever. Like,
yep. Redeem your points.
Fuck, dude. Bro, for my closing, when I was closing on the land, it was like last minute thing. Basically, I didn't have enough time to go and like get a cashier's check.
Okay.
And I literally haven't had a checkbook in forever because it's fucking 2025. Yeah. Who writes checks?
My wife.
So I went with the old wire transfer.
Yep.
You know, and we were talking like large sum of money getting wire transferred.
I hate that. That makes me sweat. Like,
I'm talking to the woman who works for the company who's doing the closing, okay? The title company, whatever. I call the number from an email that I got, which everything, you know, legit, fine from the email. I call the number and I'm talking to the person and they're basically walking me through how I have to do the wire, and it's like I have to go back in my head and go like, wait a minute, just pump the brakes for a second. Who am I talking to? How did I get on this call? What did I click? Could it have been,
dude?
You know, like, and it's like then I go to my bank, go to set up the wire transfer, and there's like 900 things basically being like, you're getting scammed right now.
Yeah,
don't do this, and I'm like, but I'm not, you know, and I didn't get scammed. Everything was fine. Everything was legit. But like, what I ended up doing was I on the phone with the woman calling from the number that was in the email. So I said, I'm gonna call back and talk to whoever it is that picks up at your place. But I'm gonna go to like your website and go to the contact us. Like, I'm not gonna. It removes the email link clicking.
Yes.
And I'm like, I'm gonna call you another way, just so I have it. And I called and they, you know, answered the phone and I'm like, hey, I was just talking to such and such a person. Is that person?
Do they work there?
Like, oh yeah. So, but I mean, I was like, something that should have taken 4 minutes to do took me like 45 minutes because I was
Bro.
like, I'm not about to lose 6 figures.
It's terrifying,
because because I'm an idiot.
We're in Scam Central. Everything is a bad link. And all of a sudden you're like on a phone call. Dude, yeah, when I bought my house, I was like, I've never sent this much money anywhere ever in my life. And you're just like, it's so stressful. It's so stressful.
Yeah, dude. It was totally sketchy, and because all you got to do is watch Kitboga, 3 Kitboga videos, and you'll see how many different ways there's just infinite information out there related to so many things that you wouldn't realize. Like when the moment they pulled my credit for the, loan application, all of a sudden I'm getting 20 calls a day being like, hey, this is blah, blah, blah from the bank, from the blah, blah. Like everyone and their mother somehow gets tipped off.
Yeah,
like they've all got webhooks into the fucking FICO database or whatever.
Yep.
I'm like, why is it when I go to a financial institution to get credit, why is it, why does anyone else have to know this?
Yep.
I don't like that.
Yep.
Like that's so fucking annoying.
Dude.
So I get calls over and over and over again, and it's like, it seems like it would be trivial for a bad actor to somehow be on that email list, right?
Yep. Dude, it's insane. Yep. Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
speaking of scams, tell me about what's wrong.
Zinger. Speaking of scams, dude. So I've been playing a little bit of Ark, mostly Tarkov. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I've been kind of farming the drops. That's kind of what I'm there for, low key. They finally fixed the paid drops, the sub drops, and that's gonna start on Saturday, which is super annoying for me because I'm out of town on Saturday. But I'm gonna drive back into town Friday night so that I can be there for that. I mean, it's not like they did it on purpose, but maybe they did, Nikita.
Fucking weak.
Yeah. So, anyways, so they fixed that. Whatever, dude. The real interesting thing here about Tarkov is, and you'll never expect what I'm going to say, the good vibes, and like from the community. And dude, I was like curious. So I did a quick YouTube poll, which is not at all representative of like the Escape from Tarkov audience in aggregate, right? But I got 10,000 responses, which is like maybe the most I've gotten on any of my YouTube polls. And I was just said, how are you enjoying Tarkov 1.0? And the 4 options were, I've been really enjoying it, it's all right, I do not like it, or I haven't played. And Airwing did a poll that I think was similar and had similar results. But 43% of the people that answered said they haven't even played Tarkov 1.0. And then only 6% of the people were in the I do not like it camp.
Okay.
25 and 26%. So 51% of the people that hit the poll said it's all right or I'm really enjoying it. And then 43% said I'm not playing it. And of the people that weren't playing it, I probably got 200 comments on that poll. And almost everybody that said they weren't playing it was like, why would I play this when Ark exists? And I found that to be so interesting and fascinating. And I've polled chat several times where I'm just like, hey, chat, how are you enjoying 1.0? W or L? And like mostly W's came through. And so it's so interesting. I feel like between ABI, Arc Raiders, Delta Force, Hunt Showdown, there's more Arc is like 90% of this, by the way. There are more alternatives in the extraction shooter place that are either more fun or less buggy or more casual friendly, that it's kind of weeded out. Like for so long, it felt like the majority of the Tarkov player base were people that hated it, but stayed because it was like the only thing to play. And I feel like those people have been weeded out to another game. If you want a more like realistic military tactical thing, a lot of people jump ship to ABI. If you want just like a very fun, well-made video game, Arc Raiders fills that void for sure. And so
it's not just bitter people who are like mad the only option they have is something they're
So the people that are left
with.
are either people that were enjoying Tarkov, whether they were sweats or casuals, newer players to the game, or people that have taken really long extended breaks and have come back and been like, holy shit, there's a lot new here. Like if you've taken 2 years off Tarkov, you are getting like the 1.0 experience. Because you know what I mean? 1.0 didn't bring a whole lot, but you're getting the past 2 years worth of content on top of that. And so, like, weirdly enough, like, I'm standing on business with my opinion and everything we talked about last week. It's, 1.0 is exactly what we expected it to be. There was no reason to think it was going to be anything different. The game is still extremely buggy. The game, I'm losing audio. I'm getting silent grenades. We're rubber banding. The networking is terrible. My performance is worse than it was last wipe. Like, all the things you would come to expect with a couple more quests, a new map no one's going to be able to get access to. So if you were like a grinder, like there's not a whole lot here, but the environment of the extraction shooter space is such that the people that are there are the people that just don't care that much about that kind of stuff. And so the vibes of Escape from Tarkov are actually higher. The community's kind of in a good spot, which I was like, I just kind of noticed that. And then I did the poll and I was like wanting to see, and it's been super interesting to see.
Huh.
It's been interesting to see. So that's good.
That's good.
Yeah, it is good. It is good because more games is more better and more people. And obviously that's not like, once again, my poll, I feel like I'm giving side effects. My poll is not an accurate representation of the entire Escape from Tarkov community, nor do I think that Dark Raiders single-handedly, like, I'm not saying that I can like make this giant assumption and be like, oh yeah, everybody that hates Tarkov is playing Arc. No, I'm just saying it's interesting. And I think if you look at the space and what's around, and then I read through all these comments of people who are like, why would I play that game when Arc exists? Why would I play that game when Arc exists? Oh, I took 2 years off and I'm having more fun than I've ever had in the game. And I'm just like seeing these comments over and over again that I'm just like noticing that like, oh, damn, like that's kind of cool. The people that are here seem to want to be here. And the people that don't want to be here seem to have found something else to do. So that's dope. That's a W. That's a W. Outside of that, nothing has really been going on too much in the Tarkov land. We talked a little bit about like I'm trying to keep up with people who are getting really far in the storyline because there ain't no way I'm getting super far in the storyline. And so I don't know if we talked about this last week, but like there's a couple people that are like trying to get to the end and escape from Tarkov. And one of the many pathways that gets you there is like your heart snuck and Proper just goes, cool. If you want your ticket out of here, give me 500 million rubles. And then
wait, is that
and then you just have to give him, and you can't give it to him a little at a time. You have to have 500 million rubles in your stash. You have to have 500 million rubles in your stash.
Oh my god, bro. People are going to RMT main storyline completion.
Maybe.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
Bro, we talked about this years ago. And when we talked about it, all I can remember was that I explained how someday it might make sense, but at the time it didn't make sense. And it was whenever you have a game like this, it's like inevitable that you have speedrunners. And I don't mean like grinders.
Oh yeah.
This is the second time we've said grinders. And I know some folks in the audience are getting excited.
Little bumping grind.
There's an E between the vowels there. I mean, between the consonants. I'm not talking about. I'm not yucking anyone's yum either.
No, man.
We're inclusive here. But like, now that there's a story, is there going to be someone who's going to have like fucking splits? Oh, like I'm 3.5 weeks into my speed run, and I just hit the split where I had to give therapist a back rub or whatever, and it's like a fucking quick time event, like a Telltale game. But like, I remember basically at the saying like people would speed run either Kappa or whatever, but the problem is that like you don't want to speed run a game that's in development because the categories would change every other week.
Yeah.
And it would, but like at some point you would think it would like iron out. And I wonder if there's ever going to be like a speedrun.com/fucking Escape from Tarkov category where it's like speedrun to whatever the quest is called to be able to pay the money. I would love to know, like, I legitimately want to see the people who figure out how to like LBLJ from interchange into labs.
Yeah.
Doing the fucking Super Mario jump backwards and into like a cutscene with Prapor where you get like the alternate ending.
Yeah.
I just can't wait to see whatever I'm imagining.
I'm sure
like
that there will be. I'm sure that there will be speedrunners. I mean, like, we already have people obviously trying to do it as fast as possible. We had somebody get Kappa in less than a week. Cacao, he's freaking insane. We have people trying to like speed run to the end, and then once all the endings get figured out, like I'm sure we're gonna have hardcore accounts and we're gonna have like speed run accounts, and it's 100%.
Fight Prapor any percent run where you gotta you gotta meet the princess before the tower collapse.
Yeah.
And
there really is some cool stuff. Now once again, like I think that what the storyline quests aren't like enough to have planted the flag and be like the game is 1.0. Like, to me, things like fucking optimization and bug fixes are a big part of that. But I will say what we got with the storyline quests is sick. There are some like really cool moments in there where like, and it's not just a storyline quest. It's not just one quest line. There's like, I think I have 7 different quest lines that I'm all working towards that are in the main storyline quest. And like, they're really interesting and intriguing and intuitive. And like it's taking you to places on the map that have all been like slightly changed. For example, on Streets, we found this thing. It was, there's a new key, the Cardinal apartment key. And it's a new room in the Cardinal apartment that's been there for forever, like ever since Streets was added. And the new room, you unlock it and you go in there. And then inside, there's another key that you have to unlock. And then you go in there. And then there's a safe that's like in the wall. And when you go up to it, it says like find the code or whatever. And then you have to go up to a painting on the wall and you push the painting aside. And there's a code thing behind it. And if you have a black key card, like a Labs black key card on Streets, you swipe it and it opens the safe. And in the safe, there's like a storyline thing. So it's just like little stuff like that that's like, oh, this is pretty cool. Now, in true to form to Tarkov, we were in there because I found a black key card. I got one out of the cultist circle. So we were like, yo, let's go do the safe thing. And I was playing with Ham and Crutch found the painting where you press F on it and you tilt it. And because Crutch tilted the painting, I couldn't swipe my black key card. I have to be the one that moves the painting in order to get the prompt to swipe the black key card. So we found the safe and we used 2 uses of the key and we just had to go leave the raid and come back. And then I had to move the painting.
Oh my God, dude.
So it's like every time there's like a cool thing, you're just like, motherfucker.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah.
You know what? Tarkov, you know what Tarkov is? Tarkov is Disney. Remember how incredible Disney used to be?
Mm-hmm.
And then they went and changed a bunch of shit, made it a lot more expensive. And you spend most of your time, now that it's twice as expensive, you spend twice as much time in line. For rides that are equally as mediocre half the time.
Yeah.
Tell me Tarkov isn't Disney. How would he never make this comparison before?
Sky's basketball
getting more expensive.
and Tarkov is Disney. Yep.
God almighty, dude.
Yep.
Does that make Nikita
Mickey Mouse?
Walt?
Bob
I don't
know. There was another, like, you probably don't know Mr. Kerman, but he's like a cat head guy in the Tarkov. He was in like the freaking
Jebediah?
No. He was in like some of the ARG stuff. Anyways, there comes a point in the main quest where after like 77 steps, you have this big ass briefcase and Proper's like, and you think that the ticket to escaping Tarkov is inside, and Proper's like, give it to me, I can open it. And then it gives you the prompts to be like, no, I'm going to open it myself. And then when you click that, a big thing flashes up on the screen and it's like, this is an important decision. Are you sure you want to do that? And so I told...
Dude, you need to... I wish they didn't do that, and you make your choice, and it would just show up on the lower part of the screen. Prapor will remember this. And it just slowly...
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So I told Proper to go suck a nut, and I'm keeping the case.
Hell yeah. Fuck that guy anyway.
And then it's a 4x4 briefcase that's permanently in my stash now. I have no idea what to do with it. But anyways, so I told him to suck a nut, and then my rep with Proper went from whatever it was to 0. So I went from level 3 Proper to level 1 because he took all my rep. But then in the Intel Center on the computer, you literally interact with the computer at the Intel Center, and then like Mr. Kerman like hacks into your Intel Center and you like communicate with him, and he's like, don't worry, I'll make sure Proper doesn't remember this, and basically he doesn't say it, but he's like, you'll get your rep back, like I'll fix it. I'll help you open the briefcase or whatever. And it was kind of sick.
Do you see this Mr. Kerman?
Yeah.
Ever? Does he look like this?
No.
It's Jebediah Kerman from Kerbal Space Program.
There's
only one Kerman to me, okay?
Well, then in the dark timeline where the Norvinsk region goes to shit, he's a bad actor in the region. That's for sure.
Well, Jebediah's a fucking hero, okay? You know how many times he's died for the cause? Progressing science?
A lot.
More times than hasn't died.
Yeah, that I believe for sure. But so that's been cool. And yeah, I mean, like I'm conflicted on. I mean, it's the same. Like, we don't have to rehash everything. I am genuinely like I told this to chat. I'm officially having more fun with 1.0 than I thought I would. But I feel like 75% of that is just like hanging with friends, like playing with like Crutch or Hambino or Airwing or Vel. You know what I mean? And so I don't know. Like I don't want to like needlessly shit on the game. It's exactly what we thought it would be. It's a buggy ass mess. I mean, like nonstop rubber banding, no audio bugs. I was permanently walking backwards one raid. I was just being pulled into the void. And I just had to like back up into a corner and like Alt F4 and reconnect. There's all sorts of bugs with like the helmet you're wearing. I had a bug yesterday. In the year of our Lord 2025, I never thought brand new audio bugs would come. But I get a brand new one. I was wearing a helmet. And I was wearing the new in-ears, the IEMs, the ones that there was the drama about a month ago because they came only in the Arena Battle Pass and you can wear them under Altins, whatever. I just killed a guy that was wearing them and I had him under like a normal helmet. I wasn't even wearing an Altin. I was just like wearing the ears. And I could hear my own footsteps.
The audio from like the Oval Office being...
My own breathing. I could hear all the ambient noise. I could hear when I hit a bush, I could hear all that. But any other entity other than my own, their footsteps or them shooting a gun, I could hear, but it sounded like it was on the other side of the map indoors. Like Like Airwing could like shoot his unsuppressed gun next to my face, and it sounded like a suppressed DVL 300 meters away. And when they would run around and jump, it sounded like they were 100 meters away in a building.
Is there a clip of this anywhere? There's got to be.
There's got to be a clip. I can find it and send it to you.
Someone in chat, send it while we're talking. You'll find it. I trust you.
And, and what? Oh, and the bug persisted when I took the ears out, when I took my helmet off, and when I put one of my teammates' ears on. Still. So it wasn't related to like those headphones. We literally had to leave the raid.
I wonder if it was you entering the raid with them on, the like initialization of the fucking audio engine or whatever. They forgot to Boolean the Boolean.
They forgot to Boolean the Boolean. It was just so weird that it was like so inconsistent. Like I could hear some things and not other. It was very weird. It was very weird. Dude, I don't think I'm gonna be able to find the clippery do. Cause that was interchange. Yeah. Anyways, very weird stuff. So that was a weird one. That was a brand new bug. But yeah. Dude, there was something else. There was something else that happened to me that I thought was worth bringing up, but I can't remember. And then the only other like thing of note that Nikita was on a podcast. He was on a Russian podcast, and it was translated. And this maybe like is the most like duh thing ever, but I had just never considered it, and so it kind of blew my mind. Is Nikita was saying that like the reason the servers, one of the reasons that they were like the servers have been so overloaded, the servers have been rough, the queue times have been long. They had said they'd like tripled their server capacity, but then there were still tons of issues. Was PvE, because every time a solo PvE goes into a PvE raid, it's one server for just them. So it like 12x's the amount of servers that are needed, because on a normal raid, it fits 12 or 14 people in.
Why don't they just fucking locally host it?
So here's the deal. You can click to locally host your raid, but when that happens, people say that the performance is like ass. Like I've had people in my chat be like, I've got a freaking 9800 X3D and a 4090, and when I click host it locally, the performance is ass. And so a lot of people, so I think that's off by default for one. So it defaults to going to a BSG server. And then when people try to do that, the performance is really bad. I haven't tried it, so that's just what I've been told. And then Nikita said that at one point over the past week, there were 120,000 concurrent players in PvE. So like that's upward of like 100,000 of their servers for 100,000 players, where normally, you could parse that out as like there's maybe 9,000 servers for 100,000 players, because every server can hold 10 to 20 people. You know what I mean? So I found that to be fascinating. I know nothing about server infrastructure, about tick rate, about performance, about the performance that you're supposed to be able to get on a locally hosted. I literally know nothing about that. And I also have no beef with the PvE community. I'm glad PvE is part of the game. But once I heard that, I was like, oh, that makes freaking sense why it takes me 17 minutes to get into a Streets raid. There's 100,000 like servers being hosted for like one person to run around a Streets raid or whatever. I don't know. It was interesting.
I hacked in.
Hacked the mainframe.
I hacked into the mainframe, and I think I know. I think I found the relevant code that handles this. It's Probably something like this.
Updates.
This is every tick, by the way. Every tick does something probably similar to this.
If player is visible, headshot them. Else wander aimlessly. That's a great bit of code.
You forgot about the sleep.
Oh yeah,
which just does nothing.
69. Yep.
For those, yeah, that's why when you have like 64 scav AI all doing like trying to fucking find the bro, I swear, you know what? Actually, I'm not gonna type it because the joke's already passed, but they might as well be Bitcoin mining on every odd tick and every even tick. They're looking for the next fucking number of pi. Or like finding the next prime number, or like doing. Does anybody remember SETI at home? Does anybody remember that?
No.
So SETI is the search for extraterrestrial intelligence.
Okay.
They like not crowdsource, but like distribute.
Yeah.
Distributed. So basically,
Like
our screensaver was like.
Yeah.
Using processing power to like help process data from like
the
satellites.
DeepMind thing where they did that early on with like the protein folding. They like asked you could like give your
folding at home.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, and I remember that. It's Tarkov at home.
Tarkov at home,
which actually works two ways because we all wanted Tarkov.
Yeah,
Mommy, I want that Tarkov. Oh, honey, we have
Tarkov at home. Now, once again, I don't know. Like once I heard that, I was like, that doesn't seem sustainable because that's a lot of money. It seems like that's a lot of money. You know what I mean? To like, I don't know, to just keep that up. But then I'm too stupid to know like what the alternative is, right? I guess just like optimize the game such that hosting locally is an ass and then force people to host locally.
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know how. I don't know, dude.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm just trying to think about. I'm just trying, like the AI. It can't be like. It's not complicated.
BSG disabled solo online raids for most map now. Okay, so they are forcing locally hosted for most of them. Okay, interesting. I doubt streets. I bet streets that they probably have to add the map runs. I have half the FPS that I had last swipe on streets. It's crazy.
Dude, hell yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't know how that happens, but okay, wait. I've got the. Okay.
Oh, the audio clip part?
Yeah. Oh, is this a stream? Okay, I almost went. The progress bar, and I almost clicked at the beginning. Okay. I just grabbed my mouse for my laptop. All right.
Oh, yeah. The world is friggin'
Oh, good, it's raining.
Cooked, bro.
And we're in Narnia.
Oh,
these actually help with rain.
Those are my footsteps you're hearing.
I've got the fancy ears from Arena, Jesse.
Yeah, look at that. Oh, yo. Okay, one of you run back to me.
LOL.
Yeah. Am I supposed to not be able to hear you?
Like you can't hear me at all?
No. Oh.
Like
when
barely,
you're
right?
in my asshole, I can hear you a little bit.
It sounds like I'm inside a building though, right?
No, like much. It sounds like you're in a building. It sounds like you're in dorms.
Right. No, I get you.
Like from here, you're in dorms.
From here. I have no idea what causes that. I had that happen to me once too.
Shoot your gun.
And that's not going to fix it. Because when you throw the helmet off, does it go through like 3 sound changes?
Hold on. Jump around.
Jump.
What? Is it the hat? I got nothing. I got no headphones. I got no helmet, no cap. I can't hear you guys.
No cap.
No cap. I can hear the rain.
See if anything happens when you put those on.
Yeah. It was very weird.
I want to hear this gunfire.
I'll jump around.
Do you shoot?
Yeah, I think I'd tell him to shoot at some point. No, dude, it sounds like I'm at the bottom of a well.
For the audio listeners, there's a lot of things you're seeing that should make noise.
Do you have regular headphones on?
You're not hearing it.
Yeah.
And that's the point.
Yeah.
People are like, I'm not hearing what you're talking about. Exactly.
Oh, yes.
Can I just put them on?
It won't fix it.
Now jump around.
I'm tempted out of it, Jesse.
Oh, this is gonna be a super fun raid. All right, let's rip it.
Do you get them to shoot at some point?
It's so weird. I can hear I'm sure once we're in dorms or something. I don't know. Apartment into another raid, and I had to move the up site and not.
I'm fully committed.
Oh, go back a little bit.
Which is regular.
Okay. Before we. Yeah, keep going back. Now play from here because I think when we're around here.
Where Jesse's hearing eye dogs.
What's that?
Dude, it's so literally did you just shoot Scratch?
I shot a couple times,
yeah. That sounded like you were in dorms shooting from where we were. That's how far from raid. Keep my eyes peeled. That was Crutch shooting.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It sounds like he's in the. If I were to guess where he was, I would say that's the building that has like the big blocky. Oh, this isn't gonna specify where it is. Never mind. I was gonna say, isn't there like a building with like those big ugly glass block window things that are like broken?
Crack house. Yep.
But there's multiple of those.
Yeah.
God, Jesus, holy Christ.
So like apparently, I guess it's a bug with that headset, but when you're in raid, putting on a different headset doesn't fix it. I don't know. No, actually, because Airwing, we later talked about Airwing said that the same bug happened to him with a traditional like Comtac 2 like over the ear headset. So I don't know. It was just crazy. It was crazy times. It was crazy times. But
whatever the programming equivalent of what that guy did to Photoshop the 8 over the timer is what is all of Tarkov's backend and audio code.
Yeah. For sure. Before we move on and talk about a couple more Tarkov things and then some other gaming related things, some ARC things, I do want to take a quick second and thank the second sponsor for this episode, and that is Ridge. Ridge has the premium go-to minimalist high I want to say high production value. What word am I looking for?
High energy, high IQ, high testosterone.
But like the build quality. What word am I looking for? I don't know. They're insane.
Quality.
High quality. Yeah, they're insane. They hold up to 12 cards. Ridge makes slim wallets, and they are the perfect kind of like simplified slim wallet. It holds up to 12 cards. You can get the cash strap. You can get a money clip. You can get the clip where you can put like an air tag in it, so you can still carry cash, all that kind of stuff. Inside the card holds up to 12 cards, super premium materials, but it all is like in the perfect minimalist form factor wallet. I always say this, but it's because it's true. It actually solved something for me. I got a minimalist wallet. It like magneted to my phone. I was like, this is so perfect. And I couldn't fit my driver's license and 3 credit cards in it. I had to like sacrifice which card. And then I was like, no. And so the fact that this like just disappears into your pocket, it's like super small and minimal, but can hold everything you need is banging.
Yeah, dude. The fit and finish is like, this is the kind of company that makes something that it'll never break. This will. Let me explain. I'm going to paint you a picture, okay?
Yes, paint me a picture.
Do you know the scene from Terminator 2 where there's like, you just see all the planes flying and there's like lasers getting, you know, and there's this human skull and the robot steps on the skull and smashes it, right? What you will see about 2.5 feet to the left of where that skull is a perfectly new looking Ridge wallet. It'll survive the apocalypse.
Yep.
The quality, the finish is fantastic. It's beautiful, but it's also practical and functional. It's both light and, like you said, minimalist, while also being like
robust.
You know, it's like this.
Yep.
It's like a tank, dude.
And I'm looking at the copy right here. Say hello to Ridge 2.0. They made the wallet 10% lighter. And there's more modular like straps and the improved surface design with like tonal logos and matching plated cash straps. You can get a You can get a 24 karat gold version of it now, which is so sick.
That's such a
power move, bro. That's a power move. But that is another thing that's sick about Rich is that the amount of like not just designs, it's not just like aesthetically the designs, but also the materials. You can get carbon fiber. You can get like yours is like burnt Damascus. You can get brown what's this one?
Bro,
leather. You can get like leather, tobacco brown leather plated one. Yeah.
Oh my
yes!
God.
Bro, it looks so good.
I want another one now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah. So it's like they're sick. Ridge wallets are dope. And in addition to that, they have all the sorts of like everyday essential items now too. I think you can even get like luggage. You can get I think they have knives. There's like key rings and straps you can get. And one of the things that we both love a lot is the Ridge backup battery thing, travel backup battery. It's got connected to it a lightning cable, a USB-C cable, and a MagSafe thing. So you can like throw your iPhone on it. You can like power your computer, power another phone or any other thing lightning. It's got a huge battery, little LED display that shows you how much battery you have left. That thing is like so clutch for traveling. So, dude, this holiday season, get Ridge. For a limited time, Ridge is having their huge Black Friday sale. Head to ridge.com, RIDGE.com, and get up to 40% off your order.
That was my email
the sound
confirmation.
Of savings.
That was the email confirmation of my purchase of a leather Ridge wallet.
Leather Daddy, giving Leather Daddy a wallet. That is the sound of savings. This is by far the biggest discount they've given all year. That's ridge.com for up to 40% off your order during the biggest sale of the year. After you purchase, they will ask where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Thank you to Ridge for sponsoring this episode.
Bro, after like at the tail end of this, okay, I gotta tell you about some double, triple whammy roundabout recursive Twilight Zone shit with the whole dead internet thing.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know what to think or what to feel, but we'll get to that after.
Yeah. In terms of gaming, Tarkov stuff, there's not a whole lot other than that. They added a bunch of new guns, which are actually pretty sick. They added this gun. It's called the NL545. It's a 545 gun. That's like an HK.
Is it bald?
I see what you did there. NL, Northern Lion. It's very fun. But yeah, that's pretty much all the Tarkov stuff. Arc Raiders, I've been missing. I played like a whole stream yesterday, and then today I actually streamed Arc Raiders all day. It's very fun. Still very much in love with that game. Did you see anything about the war in Arc Raiders?
In the Gulf of America, or which one are we talking about?
In Arc Raiders, the war.
Oh, no.
The war. Dude, it was so funny. So it started with just like some funny beef between the Burnt Peanut and Hutch. Just like them, like memeing around and beefing, and it quickly spiraled into like a Game of Thrones like all out war where like freaking Burnt Peanut was the king of the north and Hutch was the forces arriving from the south, and all the big streamers were pledging allegiance to one or the other. So like Hutch had like Nick Merckx and Tim the Tap Man and Symphony and Nade Shot and all these guys like pledging their whole communities to like pledge with Hutch. And then Peanut had like Ninja and Cloaksy and like a ton of other people, Courage, Myth, all these guys. And then it grew and grew and grew, and it became like, okay, this cosmetic, if you wear this, your team Bungulator, which is Peanut's community. And if you wear this cosmetic, your team FNF, which was Hutch. And then it all came to a head where they were like, okay, Saturday at 7 p.m., Spaceport. It was basically one giant Q snipe fest where like all of the streamers, like they were in like a Discord call with like 30 of the biggest streamers in the world. And they were just like talking shit to each other, like going over like war plans. And then they split up into separate Discord calls, and they had their whole communities just Q snipe them. And for like 2 hours on Spaceport and Arc Raiders, it was just like, if you see anyone with the cosmetic that you were wearing, you don't shoot them, and you just go after. So instead of like squads of 3, you would have like 11 people, 11 bungulators roll up on like 9 FNF people. And it was like the craziest. It was so sick.
Dude, that's wild.
Yeah, it was so like, it was so funny, and it was so like just emergent and natural. It felt like old like COVID time gaming where like all the big streamers were just like vibing and interacting, and it was like, I don't know, it was so funny. It was like an insane thing. But it did get a little, I mean, like for like a whole week, pretty much, like if you were playing Arc Raiders, like there were so many times completely like not on war day, just like on like Tuesday leading up to it, where like me and Ham, we would get in a fight with someone and they would win, and they would be like, who are you for? And they would be like, Peanut, and we'd be like, us too. And then they would come res us. Like it leached out of like the war day, and it was like the whole community. Dude, it was so funny. Now it got a little out of control because Peanut's influence is not to be underestimated. And when it came time for war, they like 10-1 outnumbered Hutch and Nick Merckx and like all these people and Tim the Tap.
Really?
Like, I mean, these are some of the biggest streamers in the world. You know, Nick, Tim, Symphony Nade Shop, and Peanuts. The bungulators were like 10-1 them.
That's fucking wild.
And Peanut had to be like, we have to stop, actually. Like, you guys have to start killing each other. Because then it was just, oh yeah, Summit pledged to Hutch, yeah. Because then it was just like, in regular raids, 10 or 11 or 12 people with the same skin, the burnt Peanut skin, just like running at people being like, bungulator, 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 and Peanut had to be like, you guys have to chill. Like, this was fun, but you're gonna like ruin the game for people that have no idea who the hell we are. Like, you have to like start fighting each other again. You know what I mean?
God.
Which was so freaking funny. But
dude, that's wild.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know. I didn't even play on Saturday. I was actually playing Tarkov because I was doing drop stuff. But it was just like so fun to see, and it was so like,
that's going to be the kind of shit that totally changes the experience of playing.
Yeah.
What's that other game? The space game?
Star Citizen.
Yes. That's the kind of thing that would be like amazing in Star Citizen.
Exactly.
Because then it could be like limited, constrained to like in a way that's different than a game like that where it's like instance based.
Yes. No,
right?
You're
like people
so
could go
right.
to a place and there would be like ostensibly lots of people there.
Yes. No, you're so and that's so funny.
Bro, can you imagine like a literal fucking like Braveheart-esque 3,000 versus 3,000
Yes.
war? How crazy that would be.
And that's the thing.
Everybody was being controlled.
Have you seen any of the like down the rabbit hole videos or any of like the EVE Online battles? Okay, so like EVE, have you ever seen EVE Online?
Yeah.
It's like
a little bit.
Yeah, it's like it's not very graphically forward. It's not FPS. It's always ship. You're like super far zoomed out from your ship. It's like, you know, people call it like spreadsheet simulator. Like, it's not a very like aesthetically pleasing game, but that limited scope in terms of like, you know, it's not very intensive have led to like, if you're ever looking for like a 45-minute video about just like very much so in the realm of the Dwarf Fortress down the rabbit hole thing, like I'm not into EVE Online. This is just a fascinating piece of history that happened in gaming. There's like corporate espionage. There are people who like opened casinos and rug pulled like billions and billions of ISK, which is the money. There were people who like spent literal years like working up corporate structures in the game and then betraying them. There are battles where like estimated like 500,000 United States dollars worth of in-game assets were lost in the battles. Like literal, what you just described, 3,000 versus 3,000 actual people all being independently controlled. Like those things have all happened in EVE. And that is exactly what this felt like. But like in a game that was like too limited to like really show how epic, you know, that thing is. But you're 100% right. One day, 700,000 years from now, when Star Citizen is a finished game, that would be great for that. But dude, it was just cool. It was just cool to see a game that's so fun that it just like that the emergent gameplay comes from the fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was just that. It was really just communities coming together, being goofy. They both tweeted about it after and was like, that was so fun. They all called off their dogs. They were like, stop, don't bully the community. Don't be weird. It was just, dude, I don't know. It was like, it was just cool. It was just like a crazy moment. It felt like a crazy moment in gaming history, bro. Peanut is just insane, man. He's got some crazy pulls. So that was pretty fun to watch.
But what I want to know is how all of those view bots managed to like get into Arc Raiders raids. That seems weird, right?
Yep.
That's a callback, and it's a joke reference for anybody who doesn't understand sarcasm.
Yeah.
And dry humor.
Clipped out of context. Veritas accusing Burnt Peanut of viewbotting all his viewers. You want to know something crazy?
He's just jealous.
Yeah. You want to know something absolutely insane? So Peanut has played, like this just blew my mind. Peanut has played mostly Tarkov. Like he's actually done a good job. He plays a lot of Apex and other games too, but like he's what I would consider a Tarkov streamer up until Arc Raiders came out. That battle, that war was on Saturday. So 1 week after Tarkov 1.0 comes out, in the middle of the Tarkov Drops event, Burnt Peanut had 85,000 live viewers playing Arc Raiders on Twitch and 65,000 viewers on YouTube. And dude, just like the power to like just abandon your main game after the most important update ever and just like crush. Like it's so impressive. Like it's so sick. If I bail in Tarkov, I have like 50% of my viewers. You know what I mean? It's like, it's wild.
I mean, that just goes to show you. Well, I was going to say how so much advice about like succeeding is just so.
Oh, yeah.
So dumb and bad. And like no one, when people are like, do you have any advice for how I get like big? It's like almost always just be consistent, man.
Yeah.
Just like what they don't realize is that there's 8,000 Tarkov streamers with 3 or less viewers that have been consistent for months and months and months and months.
Yeah.
What is it that made Peanut stand out? And then when I say that, the people who don't like the literal mind does not understand like the abstract, the ironic, like they say, oh,
do what Peanut does.
I guess I need to be a Peanut tuber.
Yeah.
That's what you're telling me. When I say look at what Peanut did,
yeah, it's
literally become a Peanut. No. What did he do in the abstract?
Yeah.
He made a totally unique experience in a niche that hadn't had anything quite like that to that extent.
Yep.
And then attacked from 19 different angles.
Yep.
Every social media platform relentlessly for months and months and months and months and months and months and months before finally it fucking popped off on like TikTok or YouTube. I don't remember which one, but
for sure.
Yeah, and like, so if the next person to do that is not going to be a Peanut tuber,
exactly,
it's going to be someone that did something else.
Yeah. That
did the essence of what he did, which is bring something unique and interesting to the table, because there's 8,000 other people that are just young dudes good at video games is not enough.
Yeah.
It's not enough.
Exactly. And it's like, and it really
most
is.
Of you aren't good at video games.
It really is the.
I want to know.
Yeah. I'm not good. It really is like, because, it's just so, it has to be so like unique and genuine. Because like, even if you were like, oh, just be funny. Like, you can't just say be funny and then you're as funny as Peanut. His humor is like unique to him, and he's just like leaning into the humor that he has, and then it works, right? It's like, so yeah, he brought, and it's funny because he even talks about, he did the old advice. Like, he talks about when he started content creation, he was making guides because he was watching people who were successful and they were making guides. So he was like, I have to do what they do. And then he said before he basically gave up, he was just like, fuck this. I just want to be goofy and have fun with my friends. And then he leaned into that, and that was him. And then yeah, exactly. And then he grinded, and then it started popping, and then he grinded more, and then it started popping more, and then he grinded more. And now he's got 170,000 viewers between all the platforms on a Saturday, not even playing the game that he became famous for. And it's just like, dude, you fucking did it. You nailed it 100%. So that was just like a really cool thing. And then the other like consistent Arc Raiders like conversation that keeps coming up is like this nonstop relentless conversation about like PvP in Arc Raiders. And I think we talked about this before, where it's like, you can tell there are so many like people new to extraction shooters playing Arc Raiders. Like, dude, it's crazy. Like we were running around today, and like we had like 2 or 3 squads in a row that when we killed them, they were like voiping about. Somebody was like, we killed a squad, and they were like, wow, during a friendly event. And we were like, what? Like, what are you talking about? It was just like one of the map conditions that I had told you about had changed. So it's like now this new map condition, and like people are trying to use the map condition to get their trials, which is that leaderboard thing I talked about. But it was so fun. I haven't engaged with it. I mean, we talk about it in like chat, but I haven't like engaged on Twitter, or I'm not going to make a video about it. I don't care. But it is a nonstop, like the wheel of time keeps turning with this conversation on like the place of PvP in Arc Raiders, and should you be friendly or not? And like, should there be PvE servers or not? And it's like, it's so, I find it so funny. But but at the end of the day, it's a PvP game, and we be killing people. And it's like, and the thing is here's the only thing I don't like, is that if you're pro PvP, you're put in the camp of I should PvP everyone. And that's not true. Like my favorite, like I've been on record saying so many times, I think VoIP is like the best thing they ever added to Tarkov. I've helped people quest. I've shit-talked people before I've killed them. I've gotten shit-talked before I've been killed. I've like, constructed hatchet fights with people. Like VoIP is incredible in Escape from Tarkov, and it services the game whether it's PvP or not. And so I'm team, there should never be PvE servers in Arc, and you should absolutely kill people. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to beg for my life or VoIP somebody or help somebody quest or res them after I kill them and then like Sherpa them. You know what I mean? Like that's the point. The point is you never know what's going to happen. The point isn't this is only a PvE game or only a PvE game. The point is the unknown. You know what I mean? And I find it funny because like at this point, basically everybody that really enjoys Arc Raiders knows that the story of the game is that they made the game, and at the 11th hour, we're like, oh no, our game's not fun enough. What should we do? Let's add PvP. And then they remade the game into a PvPvE extraction shooter. So the people that are like, this should be a PvE only game. It was like, they literally tried that. Like they literally tried that and weren't confident enough in the product to ship it. So I don't know. It's funny. It's funny. But yeah, it's great. Arc is great. Tarkov has been fun. And I can actually talk about this a little bit now. PUBG's extraction shooter, not PUBG the game, but PUBG the company, which is a little weird, but it's called Project Black Budget. They're doing like an alpha test that's not under NDA, that's like streamable in December over 2 weekends. And I'm very excited about it because I may or may not have played Black Budget previously. I don't know how much I can talk about, but I may or may not be very excited to play it again. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So you're saying you didn't
play it?
You didn't not.
Yes. Correct. But so So I'm just like, I'm excited. Like, so far, most of my predictions have come true in that more games, more well thought out games. Like my thought process is more games, more better. But that doesn't include like slop games, like more good games, more games that people like who worked on them cared about them. And I think we're seeing that where like whether you love or hate Arc Raiders, it's provided a place for the people that were super turbo burnt out on Tarkov to like go have a fun experience, which makes Tarkov more fun because more people that are playing with Tarkov are actually enjoying Tarkov and not just like rage playing Tarkov. So like Arc is really fun. Tarkov is being more fun. If Black Budget turns out to be another extraction shooter that provides a different flavor, a different entree on the table, if Tarkov was pizza and Arc Raiders is burgers and Black Budget shows up and they're bringing wings, who the fuck would be mad that someone is bringing another entree to the potluck? You know what I mean? That's sick. So like if that turns out to be a thing, like I think like a year and a half ago, we thought that this was happening because like ABI was coming out and Delta Force was coming out and like Battlefield did their like Hazard Zone thing and Call of Duty did DMZ, and we thought this was happening where the extraction shooters were taking over, but they all kind of like, you know, whatever. And I think hopefully it's kind of like happening now where like actually well-made games by people who understand the genre and care about the genre are happening, and they kind of just like sit alongside Tarkov and complement it. And so I'm excited for that. So yeah, it's pretty good.
I'm excited for you.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's good. It's good. It's good. So what happened? Is the internet dead or alive?
Oh, well, remember how like 2 minutes ago I said how fucking upside down, like we're in the upside down, basically. I just started rewatching Stranger Things. So like we live in the upside down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And literally between now and then, I just realized we're in the mirrored version of the upside down.
Upside down mirrored. Gotcha.
And I thought I had true sight and could fucking see the ethereal plane or whatever, but so I think we've talked about this before, and warning, this is going to be like politics adjacent, but it has something to do with politics. Like there's no value judgments about like which party, like it's not about that. It's just about like what's true about our universe. Okay. So I stumbled upon a thing and I'm not like the first person to do it, but I naturally came across a thing, started to be like, this is weird.
Okay.
And then found out like other people have found the thing before me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it gets worse. But before that, I should explain what the thing is because no one has any fucking idea what I'm talking about. I started to see in my Twitter feed like an increasing number of very like very loud pro MAGA people.
Okay.
Saying very pro MAGA things, which is fine. It's
totally fine.
I'm the most accepting of all political views ever. Now, what I noticed was that the accounts, there was just no part of them that made sense to me. In a way, like I'm trying to picture this person's like their day from wake up to go to bed in what universe would like what I'm seeing make sense.
Yeah.
Because what I was seeing was a very specific pattern. You'd end up with one of three things. Their profile picture is either like a smoking hot blonde chick, a 70-ish-year-old man or woman,
okay,
or an clearly AI generated picture, or an AI generated picture of a 70-year-old man or woman, or an AI generated picture of us like. And the bios were all. I don't know how to like I've for a year now, I've been like gaslighting myself as to like what I would expect, what's normal. But every time I click on a post from one of these things, or I click on their follower list, or I click on the responses to their posts, everyone I see, none of it makes sense. Okay. So, and they all look exactly the same. I'm just going to read, and I just randomly clicked into the first one I found on my home feed, and I clicked on their list, and I'm looking at biological woman 2, biological womma 2. Okay.
Yeah.
At their follower list. And what you see is, I'm reading the bios. Proud patriot, American flag emoji. God bless America, American flag emoji. Independent, hashtag spiritual, hashtag fuck Islam, hashtag freedom from tyranny. Heart emoji, flex emoji, American flag emoji. Backup account at See Ladies for Trump. The next one, American flag emoji. Raw power unleashed. Boost energy and recovery like at real Donald Trump at a rally at Charlie Kirk vibes. The next one, Christ first, hashtag MAGA, hashtag 1A, hashtag 2A. No DMs, no porn, no crypto, no dates, with a link to true. Veteran and patriot, hashtag Trump 2024. I love my country and always will. American flag emoji, skull emoji, no DM, no crypto. Mom of a Navy soldier, heart emoji, American flag emoji. It's like, it's just like too on the nose. Like,
yeah.
It is the thing that when I go to ChatGPT and I say, write me a fake Twitter bio.
Yeah.
That would be like the most MAGA possible MAGA supporter. It would just be that. Okay. Now I'm not, there's no judgment on any of these things. Okay.
Yep.
It's just interesting. Now it gets even worse when I click on any of them, and here's the kind of pattern you see. Okay. This one profile I'm looking at, 376,000 posts. Have you clicked anything?
376,000 posts?
Animals are great. American flag emoji. Pro Second Amendment. American flag emoji. Free speech. American flag emoji. I love Jesus. 26,000 followers. Guess how many people they're following?
Yeah, 25,000.
26,000.
Yeah.
You click on the list of their followers, and you're looking at a list of followers and a list of people they're following, and by golly, they're the same picture.
Yeah.
So, like, when you see a picture of a woman who looks like my grandma, my grandma's got arthritis, so maybe she's not, but like, are you going to click follow on 26,000 accounts? And are you going to click, and all of the posts are retweets of the same, like, dozen right-wing influencer accounts. So hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands and probably hundreds of thousands of accounts that are all following each other with the same templated fucking bio.
Yeah.
All reposting tens of thousands of posts and commenting on everyone else's shit. Okay. And last week sometime, and every time I reach out to these accounts, I've reached out to maybe 30 of them, never get a response. You would think somebody on Twitter who's spending apparently 26 hours out of every day on Twitter reposting shit would like read a DM. Never. Okay. Well, I posted on November 15th because I'm like running out of fucking energy for like, I just want to know. I want one of these people to be like, hey, I am a volunteer, on the like local Republican committee, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like trying to promote that. Like, I would be like, cool. Okay. It makes sense. Right.
Yeah.
You're doing this because you want to change the world. But the fact that I can't get answers about anything is the craziest shit. Right. Because like you could internet sleuth out any piece of information in the world, right? Except for who the fuck are these people and why are they doing what they're doing?
Yeah.
And so it got to the point where I just started like responding to a few of them in their replies, because I see that they reply to other people in the posts. But I started to see on the 15th, which was 11 days ago.
Okay.
A handful of them were complaining. Effectively, what they were saying was, I'm a right-wing influencer, and all of a sudden my numbers are getting throttled. I'm not getting any followers. You know, they were basically saying like I'm being silenced or suppressed or whatever, right? And so, of course, that just so happened on that day was a bunch of MGGA accounts, Make Germany Great Again.
Okay.
But with AI profile pictures and the whole fucking 9
similar,
yards. All these accounts are suddenly like saying, why are conservatives being silenced? Which I don't know how they square that circle with like Elon and Twitter. I don't know. None of it makes sense. Okay. None of it makes sense. But so I respond like, you're complaining about your follower numbers where your follower numbers are fucking horse shit.
Yeah.
I said, what's with all you follow for follow, blah, blah, blah. None of your engagement is organic. It's all artificially inflated. It's blatantly obvious. So you're all bots or what? And then I have a picture. Okay. This is their follower list.
Oh,
look,
yeah.
Jane Zukun Fleisch D. Yeah. Oh, look, they're the same.
Yeah.
And you go from every account to every account. It's all the same. None of them ever responded. And then like 6 days later, did you hear about like the thing that happened on Twitter?
Yeah, where like for a while you could see where like an account was based from or something.
So
did they turn that off immediately after or something? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can tell you what it is now. And I don't know if this is what it was before, if it's like 150x complicated. But basically, it was discovered when Twitter turned on a feature that basically said when you click on the join date, you can see where the account is from.
Yeah.
Effectively. And, you know, it was just like thousands and thousands of accounts. I think there might have been some left-wing accounts too, but I think it was predominantly like America First, pro MAGA stuff. We're based out of Nigeria, Bangladesh, India, which has been the thing in the back of my head that I don't have any evidence for, but it's been my hunch, because so much of the behavior is not necessarily like bot-like. And it might not seem that way given what I talked about, but like the way they interact and some of the times the things that they say.
Yeah.
Sometimes like not politics adjacent. Every now and then there's little snippets where it's like, I think this is a person, but like it felt like I felt like a flat earther conspiracy theorist when I'm like, honestly, I just picture like a giant warehouse. The kind that like when Kit Boga calls the scammers in India, they're all, and I'm picturing like those people all just like they're getting paid to tweet shit or whatever. That was my thought. And I'm like, I don't know, is that conspiratorial? Is that like racist somehow? Like, I don't know, but that was always the thought in the back of my head. And then a week before it gets found out that all these all accounts are overseas, I'm like calling them out for it. So then I'm like, holy fuck, I was right. And I'm so glad I didn't finish my video a month ago because it's suddenly relevant. Okay. And all of these news articles, they all had a million screenshots of all these profiles. Okay. So then what I did is I went back to my video because I'm not going to play the audio, but I'll just talk along with it. This is a snippet from the tail end of my video. And by the way, on my Patreon, my Veritas Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
An hour and 15 minutes basically of the video is up there.
Yes. Go
for patrons
check it out.
Early thing. So, but what you see here is like MAGA Nancy, 351,000 posts.
That's so
Rochelle
insane.
Marin, 222,000. And look, it's just reposting shit. Okay. 432,000 posts. So I outline all of this stuff. I'm talking about kind of at the tail end of my video. And again, the whole follower list, you can see I'm switching back and forth. The lists aren't changing, right?
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah.
And every time I click on any one of those people's lists, they have tens of thousands of followers, hundreds of thousands of posts, and they're all following each other. And it's just it's a never-ending list. And even just these 12 accounts accounted for millions of posts.
Oh, yeah.
From 12 people. Now imagine if there's 100,000. So the problem I have there, okay, whether or not you agree with the politics, the issue is are we, when I look out the window into reality, is the window a clear picture and am I seeing what's real?
Yeah.
Or is the giant crowd of people wearing red hats saying crazy things, is that like some dirt on the mirror that I can, and it's like, oh, never mind, okay.
Yeah.
And especially given how so many of these folks say so many batshit fucking crazy, dangerous, scary things, if you happen to be someone who is either MAGA or you voted for Trump, if you're like a real normal person,
yeah,
they're making you look bad.
Yeah.
So it's bad for everyone.
Yeah.
Right? Because they're making half of the country think you're crazy.
Yeah.
And then the way that they respond to you is going to make you think the other half is crazy, because why are they being so crazy?
Yeah.
So it's just like a giant clusterfuck, okay? Well, so then I went yesterday. Yesterday, I started to go through, and I wanted to see, all of these accounts that I was looking at.
Yep.
I want to go see where they're based out of. And everyone I clicked on, they all said United States. And I'm like, what? What's my take? Like, what is going on?
Yeah.
That's where I was at the beginning of this conversation. But then I was frantically doing some like clicking and Googling while I was listening to you talk. And I pulled up a couple of the accounts, okay? And so like this first one I clicked on, right?
Uh-huh.
Here's the 242,000, happens to be an attractive blonde. I'm sure that's for a real person. Now, also, if you type in this name, there's like 93 accounts that have this variation of a name with this profile picture.
Which is always
like,
there's
two right there. I mean, it's just like,
yep.
Well, then I clicked on the here and I see account based in the United States. That's what I saw yesterday.
Uh-huh.
With nothing else there. Today, I was going to go pull this up to show you. And I see this.
Oh.
Country or region may not be accurate. One of our partners has indicated that this account may have used a proxy, such as a VPN, which may change the country or region. This data may not be accurate. So now I'm like, oh, did they all just scramble? It used to say Bangladesh, and they all were like, fuck, let's change, like...
Oh.
I just don't know what's real, man.
Dude, the rabbit hole is being created as you descend down into it.
The third one I click on.
Oh,
well, that's interesting. I don't.
There is no answer. It's a never-ending pit of ever-changing information and goalposts, and oh my god, that's insane.
It's just like, it doesn't matter what your political views are. If you value your ability to like look at a thing and have a judgment about it that's based in reality, and to be able to like comment on it or talk about it, then like you should be troubled by what's happening all over the place.
Yeah.
Because it's I don't know anything anymore. I don't know what's real. When I see this shit, I have to either believe this is a real person with these real views, And a lot of people would say, I agree with all that stuff. So obviously they're real, and you're just like a conspiracy crazy asshole by saying they're fake. But then I talk to other people who are like, I'm, Republican, I voted Trump. I think that person is there to make us look bad. I think it's you guys who make this account. And then it turns out how many of these accounts are either located in Eastern Europe, might be Russia. What? It's like, I think I said, didn't I say a couple weeks ago, I'm like, if I wanted to take down the United States, I fucking said it a couple weeks ago. I'm like, this is how you would, if you can't bomb us, just make us fucking do it ourselves. Dude, it's crazy. And I'm scrolling and I'm clicking, and it's like, here's the thing, make up your mind about it. You're going to feel an emotion. You're going to feel an emotion, and you're going to want to say something. You're going to want to do something. And it's like, before you do that, you have to realize, are my emotions I'm feeling justified? Is the thing I'm looking at real? I don't.
And it's like, we're definitely at a point where there are so many, like, we were talking about this a little bit on the Patreon episode. By the way, the most recent PP episode was a banger, so go listen to that. But
I had like 10 people come in and say how good it was.
But we were talking about how, like, nowadays we have so many conclusions to choose from in the Rolodex that the process of arriving at those conclusions has been stripped away. And so, like, somebody would see one of those accounts and somebody would go, one person is just going to immediately go like, hell yeah, this person is spreading the good news. One person is immediately going to go, no, that's an agent of the other side trying to make us look bad. One person is going to go, well, that's obviously a bot. It's irrelevant. Why are you even giving it the time of day? And one person, like, the independent of what it is, which we may never know because the rabbit hole continues to go down. It's like the meta of just like opinions or conclusions have all been like, it's just based on where you are. Pick one out of the Rolodex, and then that almost just, it doesn't reinforce it, but nothing ever changes because there's enough people who don't agree on what it is that the thing just kind of slides along and keeps on going. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know what's real. I don't know who's real. I don't know what. I know that I should be concerned. About things. I'm just not sure what I'm supposed to be concerned about.
Yeah.
Because like every way you look at it, it's a problem. If it's a foreign government doing this, that's bad for us, whether you're left or right, guys. If you love America, okay, if you love your neighbor, no matter what bumper sticker they have or what fucking flag they're flying or what, banner they have on their front lawn, then like it's a problem if like, theoretically Russia was doing a psyop and you're right. It's also a problem if there are people who are paid to amplify a message. Like I think everyone can agree if people are being paid by some agency. And when I say agency, I don't mean like government agency. I mean like we all have our agency, like some person, people, government, company, organization, whatever, is being paid to amplify a message in a way that might not be representative of the popularity of that message in a democracy. I should be able to say that without saying which side, and both sides should go, yeah, that's a problem. Whether it's on your side or not, it's a problem. And then if these people are real and you take issue with the things they're saying, and you think maybe one way or another on your side or not, they're problematic. It's a problem. But like, I don't know who to be mad at.
Yeah, but you don't know which concern
am I
to have.
Am I mad at like the billionaire elite NASA, like whatever the fuck? Or is it Putin? Or is it Joe across the street who waves at me when I drive away every day? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And I had this discussion with someone in chat not long ago, last week, basically. They were kind of saying, before we got into really the details, they were basically like, you know what, in so many words, they said, I think I'm pretty good at determining like which of these people saying these certain things are like not real. And I was like, how would you come to that conclusion?
Yeah.
Really though, like think about it. Like Jesse, how could you come to a conclusion if you saw a profile posting things and gun to your head, they were like, tell me if this is a bot or not? What would you do?
Yeah. I mean,
send them a DM. Like ChatGPT passes the fucking Turing test at this point.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you would think it's a person.
Yeah.
Or you might think a person is a bot.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they have terrible grammar.
Or you're just going by the heuristics of like, oh, they have an AI profile picture, it's a bot. Oh, they've posted 200,000 times, it's a bot. Like, we can for sure find people with real accounts that have AI profile pictures. We can for sure find real accounts by real people that have reposted 200,000 things. So it's like those things may be good general rules of thumb, but to be like, hey, this account, you know, gun to your head, how do you, it's like, I don't know. Like at the end of the day, we don't have the willingness or the power. I mean, you definitely have the willingness and you can't find, you know, it, like you said, is this a bot? Is this ChatGPT just running? Is this a real human being in Nigeria being paid to just like repost everything? Is this Joe down the street? I don't know.
Yeah, and what I found was like a common way of thinking. They were basically saying like my judgment, I think after all this time I've got good judgment. And what I was trying to say was the only way that you can be confident in your judgment is when you judge things and then you get an answer and you see if it matches.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can't do a science experiment. You have a theory, you do an experiment, and then you just don't look at the data and you walk away and say, I'm really good at this stuff. It's like you have to. So I'm like the same way that you train AI.
Yeah.
Right. Back in the day, I mean, even still now, a huge part of the machine learning training is basically saying, here's 100,000 pictures of an apple. And here's 100,000 pictures of an orange. And like when you determine it's an apple, it's like plus 1 point. If you determine it's an orange, minus 1 point, right?
Yep.
You need to have a known to be able to say, okay.
Yeah.
And there's only ever been one account that I really had a hunch about. And they happened to be the only account that when I DM'd them, they responded to me. And we spoke for 5 hours. And
this was a while ago, right? I remember this. I remember this.
And that whole conversation around what they're doing it's complicated actually, and for the purposes of the video, and it's going to be what it is. It's one of those things like certain things I can't, it'll be whatever it is in the video. You'll see. But they weren't made to make people look bad to the other side. They weren't paid by anybody. This is an individual doing something specific for a specific reason that is different from all the things I just said.
Yep.
And that is the one that I kind of felt pretty confident about.
Yeah.
So I've been confident about one and got one right. And I'm like, that's 100% more than you had, Chatter.
Yeah.
And yet have zero confidence that I can determine any other one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it was just too specific for me to be able to say this is a specific category altogether.
Yeah.
So like when you ask people what their judgment is on a thing, and you don't give them the answer, if they're really confident, they're like confident even though they don't have, like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And that's something in my video I'm gonna exploit a little bit. Let's just say that.
Release the video. I want to see it.
I will say, I promise you, it'll be done before Christmas.
Oh yeah, because you got the.
I got my sponsor lined up. The last 3, I get my haircut once a month. The last 2 haircuts, I'm like, when I get my haircut, I'm gonna be all clean and freshly shaved. I'm gonna be ready to record, and then I didn't finish it by then, and now it's the 3rd haircut. And after this haircut, I swear to God,
I swear to God,
it's gonna be 2025. It's the best year for Veritas videos. He came out with only one. Literally, I haven't come out with a video in 2025, everyone.
Oh my God. I am so excited. I am so excited. Oh, there's been so much leading up to this.
I'm like tempted to like maybe what we'll have to do is we'll have to do like a reaction or something. Dude. I would love to, dude. The few times I've been able to watch a streamer like watch one of my videos, like the history of Tarkov, it's like the greatest experience for me. Yeah. Because all I do when I'm typing things, when I'm writing jokes, when I'm whatever, I'm like picturing the people. Like I want to get a certain. So when I get to see it,
yeah,
that's the best part
for sure.
So yeah, maybe
dude, that could be cool. That could be fun. Like a little live reaction, a little watch.
You better
party.
laugh at all my jokes.
You better laugh at
jokes. It's got the best jokes.
You better get all my references. Oh my God. I'm excited. It's gonna be great. How long is this one? 4 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours?
I want to say 3.
Okay.
Could be less. Might be double.
Yeah. Oh man. Hell yeah. Well, that is the stuff. Be on the lookout. Once again, Veritas' personal Patreon. You can go to and watch the first like hour of the video. He rendered it out and put it there. If you're interested in more podcast content, patreon.com/thepogcastpod. You can get early ad-free access to these episodes and additional episodes we film for over there. And the conversation, if you like the conversation we've had for the past like 30 minutes, then you'll enjoy the podcast or the Patreon.
And if you don't, you won't.
And if you don't, you won't. Somebody in chat did not. And
he got banned. I don't know what happened. I just saw someone got banned.
Yeah.
Because he said he was convinced that my moderator was a bot. Go figure.
So thank you guys for hanging. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the support here. And thank you for the support on the Patreon. Thank you to Ridge and to Cash App for sponsoring this episode. And we will definitely see y'all on the next one. Bye.